long and crazy night trying to find some camp, and settling in, we woke up to a calm, snowy scene. Everyone's a little tired, but we soon enough get up and going because this is not the end of our trip. We have some desert scapes to find.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
How doing, sir?
I found your camera, sir.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Sir.
Sir?
Sir.
Sir?
Sir. A little chilly this morning.
Gotta be warmer than
Arizona.
Yeah.
We start packing up after a long cozy night, and the diesel heater once again pays off. We stayed nice and toasty in our tents, and you'll actually see all of the snow started melting off of my tent and has dripped down onto the front of the truck. Pretty cool. We decided to hit a trail that was just up the road from our campsite, and Hunter takes the lead this time. Not 20 minutes outside of camp, disaster strikes already, and we gotta pull the recovery gear out.
My cabin sunk.
Yes, I see that.
There's a ditch and there's a lot of snow, and I don't have enough traction to keep going. We're gonna utilize the worn winch on your vehicle to get us out of here, but first, I've got to install a recovery point to the rear of my truck. This Factor 55 hitch link is awesome. This is probably the best hitch point receiver that you can get, and just slides right into your hitch.
I head back to the truck to get the winch ready, while Hunter sets his truck up to be recovered.
We're just hooking up the wireless winch controller right now. Had it unplugged.
This worn winch has a wireless module that allows me to control it directly from my phone. This is super convenient as I don't have to hook up a wired controller, and I'm able to be a lot further away from the truck when I'm operating it.
Now we're gonna stay with the closed system winching, so we're gonna use this with this soft shackle. So we don't have to worry about hooks or anything coming undone. I'm gonna back the truck up a little more so I'm not downhill, and then take it out of free spool, and I'll apply tension, and he'll be giving a little bit of gas and stuff like that, and we'll get him out of this hole.
We intentionally put Hunter in the front because this was a downhill situation, and if I was in front and ended up getting stuck, there wasn't really anything for me to winch to. So putting the less capable vehicle in front allowed us to winch him back in the event that this actually happened, which it did immediately. From this view, you can see that I'm just trying to straighten the GX out so I can get a straight pull so the winch line spools up a lot more naturally back onto the drum. So with both trucks set up and the winch oriented properly, we start pulling Hunter's in reverse, providing just barely throttle. We don't want to dig his truck any further into the snow than we have to. His back left is pretty much up in the air, as you can see it's spinning right here. But we do eventually get it out of the ditch, and he's home free, ready to back up some more. With the GMC in the clear, we back the GX up and re-spool the worn winch, getting ready to head back down the mountain. We decide that this trail is not for us right now because it keeps going downhill and it's going to get even worse. So we turn around and start heading back down the mountain, looking at all the snow that fell overnight. As we get closer to the bottom, we're getting ready to air up, and we come across, what do you know, a couple of puppies.
Drinking! Puppy attack! Puppy attack!
Go catch it, puppy.
Get him, girls! Get him, boys! Get him, dogs!
All right, we are at the water crossing.
Boom! Look at that.
Not really sure how deep it is. We'll have to creep in, I guess, but it do be looking pretty high.
So
There's some ice here too. Look at that.
let me go through a game plan real quick, okay?
Send it. We're just gonna send it.
We have the trail right here. All right, and we're gonna enter the water right here. And then we're gonna drive up the river, and we're gonna exit over there where the other side of the trail is.
Yes. And the important part of the plan you forgot.
Send it.
Well, yes, another important part of the plan.
Drone shot?
Don't.
Stop.
Yes.
Believing.
That was fun. Had to do it like 4 times just because, you know.
When in Rome.
With that fun little water crossing behind us, we're able to put some miles under the rig. This is one of the more scenic drives of the trip. You can see tons of red rocks all around us in this nice open field where we're able to get some speed. The rest of the trail surprises us with a couple minor little water crossings and scenic, almost shelf roads. We're headed towards a couple of famous monuments, and we can start seeing them in the distance as we get closer. We're getting excited.
So interesting. Look, a bird.
We end up hanging out here for just a little bit, and then once we get back on the road, it's already dark. Also, I broke my drone.
It is New Year's Eve and we are cooking up a storm here, literally, because it's like 30-mile-an-hour winds.
Crazy gust, crazy dust.
Crazy dust.
We gotta eat, so that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, we're basically camping in a sandbox right now, but the views tomorrow are gonna be amazing. And Hunter brought some delicious elk, and it's in some soup. I didn't want to open it up too much because there's literally sand just getting everywhere, and I'm not trying to, like, I don't know, eat sand for New Year's Eve.
We just got done cooking, and we have the luxury of being inside this alu cabin to eat our food.
I'm very happy because it's like, if you can't hear it, it's basically like torrential. We kind of told you out there, but it's super windy, sand everywhere, New Year's Eve, and we're just trying to not be uncomfortable when eating.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been enjoying soup a lot on this trip, but it's great because it's so cold out.
Yeah.
Warms the soul, warms the body.
And it's easy if it's pre-cooked.
Super easy. Yeah, it's
See all the dust on the lid.
looking pretty good.
Oh my god, that looks so good.
And we don't have a ladle with us, so we're going to use this coffee cup.
Wow, that's hot.
Yep.
Okay. There. This one has sanded.
It's okay. Happy New Year's to a full year of wheeling.
It's hot as fuck.
Later, guys. Happy New Year. Catch you on the next day.
It's 4 in the morning and we just bailed the campsite because it's the windiest I've ever experienced in my entire life. Sustained winds, like for hours. Hopefully we can find a little honey hole where it's not windy. All right, it is January 1, everybody. We had probably the craziest night last night, and we actually had to move camp. And so where you see now is where we ended up finding camp. It's pretty nice, actually. And we were able to get a full night's sleep from 4:30 until 10 a.m. But we're here cooking up brekkie. What do we got, Chef Hunty?
We got some diced up potatoes that we're frying up right now. Making them into a little hash brown. We got a little red pepper flake on there, a little garlic, a little salt, a little pepper. Fried in the bacon grease that we just cooked.
Absolutely.
We got in this bowl right here.
We're not messing around today.
Got some eggs. We're gonna dump all those in there, and then we're gonna load up some cheese. We're gonna make a nice little breakfast skillet for all of us this morning. I have egg hands.
What are we doing, Chef?
Egg hands. I've got salmonella in my cut. What up, what up, what up?
Fancy seeing you here.
Yeah, I just wanted to visit the factory.
Yeah?
Factory Butte, that is. Oh.
We just left Swing Arm City, and we're on our journey to find one of the best overlooks of the entire trip. We had this really long, wet, muddy road that we were cruising down and throwing some mud up with our tires. Crazy shots, and that leads us to some insane switchbacks to get all the way to the top. At the top of the switchbacks, there was a small trail with some outcroppings that looked real cool, and I was real nervous that my truck was going to hit something because this domicile is the size of a skyscraper. But we made it through. There were some tight parts in it. We had a small hike or jog to our lookout spot, and what's cool about this is a full panoramic view, which was likely caused by a glacier cutting through this mountainscape. I've never seen anything like this before, and this is why we love Alabama.
Fucking nature is just incredible. Who makes things like that? How do you even do that? What the heck? It curves just like a road.
Or my penis.
After spending some time at that epic view, we head back down the trail and start heading home. It wasn't too long before winding through this at night that we ended up hitting some weather. Temperatures were also dropping pretty good, and we had a long drive ahead of us because we're actually headed home at this point, and it all of a sudden turns to snow.
Now we're in a freaking cloud.
After dealing with crazy driving conditions all night, we ended up getting to camp super late, going straight to bed. The next morning, this is what we woke up to. Last day of the trip.
Last day. What a day.
What a night.
What a night, really.
Last night was ridiculous.
Yeah, we had basically a 24-hour day yesterday. And that was actually the first time that I have picked up and left a camp spot. I think that was your second time.
Yeah. Usually I don't do that.
Yeah, you just deal with it. So from there, we went to Swing Arm City. Then we went to Factory Butte. Those are clips.
Oh, got it. Pew, pew. And then, yeah, we did a bunch of stuff around there, and then we decided to make our way down to here where we're at near Flagstaff. But,
You forgot about the switchbacks?
yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in between that we're just going to show you clips because this
Let's
would be
just
like a
montage
10-minute.
it.
Yeah.
Montage.
This would be a 10-minute talking video.
Montage.
And you would get bored, and you're probably already bored.
Montage.
Montage. 2 inches of what was already there.
I missed.
Anyways, we're gonna go to Dennys. All right, see you later.
We're out.
Bye.